Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Yahweh Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone and to the bishops and elders in Connecticut, and also to the high priests and teachers that taught our apostles, and to the brothers that's out there putting their lives online, teaching this truth, and this Yah Demal from the Great Millstone Houston camp. I'm going to do a lesson on, Ahchyam, know your worth, right? This is what our beloved Zaquan Tazapah put on the chat earlier today, about, hey, brothers know their worth. I just had I say, what, it stuck with me. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna go into it. And it's Isaiah 32:1. And it reads, Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. The king is Yahweh Shai, princes is the elect, pretty much, of Israel. Okay? Verse 2, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, right? From the destruction. Okay? That's what the elect man gonna be in these times to come. As rivers of water in a dry place. Yeah, we're gonna be as rivers, right, of water in a dry place to these people, to these women especially, okay? As the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be. When our hell break loose, all right? And they ain't gonna be looking for Pookie and Ray Ray in them time. They're gonna be looking at the man of the Lord, the elect man of Yahweh Bashim Shai. So you men out there that's sincerely in this truth, man, hey, know your worth, okay? Know your worth. Because, in these days, man, you look on social media or just out here in the world, period, these women, they still proud. They still proud right now because they can do certain things. But when our hell break loose, they're going to be searching for a real man. And the real man is going to be, the elect man of Yahweh Bashim Shai. So, just have to say it, okay? Let's get we all know Isaiah 4:1. I really don't have to even get that, We know that. That's gonna come into play. With some brothers, it's happening now. But let's get Isaiah 13:12, right? And it reads, Isaiah 13:12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. See that? Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. It's gonna be that fine, pure gold of Ophir, right? Because that's that pure gold that they had. You had Solomon and his navy. They came out here. I believe could have been with Hiram too. Where they came out here to get that gold, that fine gold of Ophir back then, out here to, in the Americas, to build, his palaces and, his palace, whatnot. That's that pure fine gold, Ophir. And this is what the men of the Lord gonna be in the times to come, okay? To these people out here, too, especially these women, okay? That's why I say, hey, man, know your worth. That's what the elder Tazapah put on the chat. Know your worth, Ahchyam. Okay, we got this knowledge, we got this truth. So and I'm trust me, I'm talking to myself first and foremost, and we should act accordingly. While we have this truth, it should have had it somewhat like a confidence. Not to get big headed, but we have that confidence. Through Yahweh Bashim Shai, that He chose us to have this truth. So we should know our worth. Okay? And I read it again, Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay, that's gonna be the elect man of Israel, the elect man of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay, and I went into Google with it, right? I put in the man should be more precious than fine gold. And it says the phrase comes from the King James Version of the Bible, right? Specifically Isaiah 13 and 12, what I just read. It describes a time of severe judgment. During this time, men will be so scarce and hard to find that a single surviving person will be valued more than the finest, rarest gold in the world. Yeah. Okay. So the men of the Lord are gonna be scarce out here. Gonna be a very few men out here. And we're gonna be valued and more precious. Okay? What it means. In this passage, Yahweh warns about the destruction of the city of Babylon. The Babylon, who was Babylon the Great, right? That's America. Scarcity, a large war and disaster will kill most of the people, right? This means finding any human will be as rare as finding a hidden treasure. And that's what the men of the Lord is. That's what the elect men are. The hidden treasure. Okay? And it says, many modern Bible translations, like the NIV says, the word rare instead of precious. It shows how extreme the loss of life will be, precious, right? And in the Hebrew is Yakar. We have a brother in the camp, his name's Yakar, right? Precious, beloved brother Yakar, right? And it says no escape. Usually rich people can use money to buy their way out of Salakia. Usually rich people can use money to buy their way out of danger. But the passage states the attackers will not care about silver or gold. Human lives will hold more value than riches, right? And, make me think of what's that, Zephaniah. Let's get there right quick. Zephaniah, what's that, 1:18. You know what? We had to start all the way from 14. Zephaniah 1:14, right? This is Yahweh Shai, when the day of the Lord, right? The great day of Yahweh Bashma Shai is near. It is near, and hasted it greatly, right? That's, we hasten for the time for, Yahweh Shai to come and crack them clouds in that UFO, okay? Even the voice of the day of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, the mighty man shall cry there bitly, right? Mighty men, these, you could say, these modern day, these military men, okay? That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, right? A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, right? It's going to be terrible out here, man. Destruction with the missiles too, and with the chariots also getting down too. Verse 16, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung, right? Gonna be bodies out here, man, just all over the place. Dung, it goes in the waste, or shit, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my French, but it is what it is, right? Verse 18 is the point. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh Bashma Shai wrath. And that's the point. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. Yeah, it's going to be, man, you don't want to fall into the hands of Yahweh Bashma Shai. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Right. It's going to be total desolation out here. Death out here, man. Your money ain't going to be able to save you. None of that. Money is not going to save you during your Yahweh Bashma Shai wrath. right? If you wicked, you're done for. Okay, so I just wanted to get that, but just hey brothers, just know your worth, man. We got this truth, so hey, we Lord willing, doing to the end, man. We gonna be saved. That's when you're really saved, when you endure to the end. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to bring that out, brothers. Hey, just thinking on that with the other toss of pot had posted in the chat. Ahchyam, know your worth. And I hope this has been edifying to the point. And I'm gonna give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Yahweh Kakadash. Until next time, Shalom, Shalom to the elect.